And hello and welcome, pool fans from all around the world, to the 2025 EPBF European Pool Championships being held in Kalevi Sports Hall in the beautiful city of Tallinn, Estonia. This is a 9-ball match between the under 23 gang. The 25 players here. You have Sasu HIETAMIES from Finland and GNADEBERG from Estonia. They're playing 9-ball with a 9-ball on the spot, the 3-point rule and the 3-foul rule. And this is George Teja coming to you live from the United States. And then we have Judas from the Netherlands. And here we go. Judas, bring us home here.
Hi George, indeed, Joris van Amersfoort from the Netherlands here. And happy to join you in the booth, in the commentary booth. So the break off here in this under 23 match. Are you familiar with these two players, HIETAMIES and GNADEBERG?
Well, they both started playing juniors in 2018 in the Euro Tours. Carl has had a second and a third place finish in 2021. He had a win and a quarterfinal in 2022, a semifinal finish in 10-ball in 23, and a semifinal in 14-1 in 2024. So the young man from Estonia is rather well versed, and I'm sure he's well coached by his federation because he has some strong results. Sasu, on the other hand, again started playing at the same time in 2018, so I'm sure they've played each other many times. But in 2018, he was a semi-finalist under 17 in all disciplines. In 2023, he was a quarter-finalist in the 14-1. And then in 2024, he was second place in the 9-ball. So, sounds like 9-ball is his game.
Yeah, both are very talented players. HIETAMIES is the older of the two. I think he's 19 at the moment, where Carl is 17. So that's also 2 years, probably more of experience.
And they gained quite a bit of experience in these pool championships in Europe, playing all disciplines. And now they're here playing with professional players alike. I know GNADEBERG is in the men's 9-ball. HIETAMIES I have not seen.
I don't think he is. But indeed there are so many options to play in pro tours and yeah, get experience on the highest level. I do know that GNADEBERG also was playing in the Logoni 9-ball league in Tallinn. So he's up to the pros already. And there Sasu with the first rack on the board. One miss by Carl. And a nice run out by Sasu.
And Sasu will be breaking the balls as Carl started out breaking, I believe. This is an alternate break format.
Yeah, alternate break. And also the same length of the men's edition. It's race to 9.
A lot of play for these cases, two.
Yeah, absolutely. It's quite a long race.
They'll get their money's worth from these entries.
Sorry, one more time, George.
They'll get their money's worth from these entries. And 1 ball straight in to the side pocket.
Yeah, and a shot on a 2. It's quite a thin cut, so he won't be able to keep it for the 3 in the side, I assume. So I rather let the arm go and go 2 rails up around back to where the cue ball is right now. and draw the cue ball from the 3 to the same corner as he plays the 2 in. If he wants
Let's
to
see
hold
how
it
he
for the 2.
handles this.
Yeah, that's a very soft stroke if he wants to keep it for the side pocket.
I think the 8-ball will help him if he goes 2 rails forward.
I'm not quite sure if he can catch that 8, but yeah, I didn't like his choice here. If you play it that soft with a lot of side, then it rolls away from your bottom line. Now early change of player in this second rack.
This looks good. Does the 8-ball go by the 9-ball to the left-hand corner? He just took a peek. And apparently it does. It's tight.
Played that nicely. So I like the pace that he's playing with.
Both players have a very nice pace so far who we've seen. Now they're tied at 1.
Yeah,
what
I
a great
think a lot
program
of
to grow up.
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's you can determine to the countries and also, of course, the education that they get from their coaches. From Germany, you see a lot of young players checking the shot line, having another walk around the table. You see Joshua Filler do that same. Always have an extra walk around. I do know that Joshua is a quick player, but the approach of how to get into your shot, your preparation of your shot, is a way different than these players from the German players. So I find that quite interesting to see, and these two players are quite pacey, and to be honest, I really like to see that also as a commentator, as a watcher, but it can really help the players to find some rhythm.
Rhythm is everything about this game, especially if you're an instinctive player. If you're one of these players that's well schooled and you need the schooling and you depend on it, will you reach a rail is the question here.
I don't think so.
No. Sasu is asking, did you get a rail? And the answer is no, and he gets ball in hand. But yeah, the rhythm is very important for an instinctive player. And of course, those that don't have the instincts have to think about it, so they take a little more time.
Used his extension already. Draw back to the center of the table, shoot the 3 in the corner. Yeah, center of the table will be the friend in this rack for him. It's one of these practices that you play a lot. From every shot, bring the cue ball back to the center.
That usually handles about 65 to 70% of all shots. If you can keep it there in the center, the table becomes very friendly, as you just said. There's a very nice video from, I guess he's an old timer now here in the United States. He really pushes how to get to the center of the table from all angles.
That's a video that's available on YouTube. Do you know that?
I just.
Doctor.
What's funny is I drew a blank as to who it was. I had the video. I've watched it many times, and 25 years ago, I used to do it religiously. I just can't think of the player's name again. It just slipped my mind. That's what happens when you get older.
The second use brings some very nice things in life, but also some downfalls, isn't it?
Yeah, it's called Run Out 9 Ball. Remember the name of the video? It's Run Out 9 Ball. So,
Nice.
Sasu takes the third game to take a lead, 1-game lead. On this table, we have another under 23.
Yes, Denis Laskowski versus Alexandra Florido from Portugal, and Denis is from Germany. And if you want to know the score there, it's 1-up for Denis Laskowski.
I've got it.
So Sasu made a ball, but not a shot on the one available. I think he's fully blocked on the one. He's going for a push out. At least looking for a lot of distance. And leaves a full ball view on this one ball, so Carl will, I assume, never give this back.
Of course not. He's got a nice stop shot for a safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's given up way too much, and he's stopped the ball.
Yeah.
And by the way, it just came to mind. It is Bert Kenister is the name of the player that does those lessons on Run Out 9 Ball, and it's all based on the center of the table.
Awesome tip. Thanks, George. And one of the most important lessons that I had in the strategy of how to approach a run out. So he did manage to roll into the one ball, but I guess again it's a foul because no ball touched a rail after contact. And this is all about that push out, to be honest. I think that the best push out you can give is where the opponent really doubts, do I have to give it back? I don't want to give it back, but I don't want to take it on either. If you can accomplish that, then I think that's the perfect position for a push out. And in this case it was just too easy for Carl to take that shot on.
I totally agree. A good push out is one that they put you back in because you have a plan. And on the last push out we just saw, there was no plan because he gave up a very available safety. But Carl now playing this little safe behind us. So he got a kiss. He was going behind the 5 ball with the cue ball. And it looks like he got a little bit tentative there and didn't finish the stroke.
Yeah, even without the double kiss, I don't think he would have made it to the 5 ball. Played it quite soft.
So that tells me he's got some nerves running inside still. You'll have to play him out. It's a race to 9, so he has time.
Going around the 9 and the 10? No. He pushed, almost flew the 9 there.
He almost did. The beauty of 9 ball would have been on full display there.
And he's quite lucky to have a shot on the 5. Now, is he going to play this with inside? Outside is being blocked by the 7, so he has to stay at the right side of the 7 and the 8 in order to get position. Oh, he's flipped the 7.
2 at a time.
Wow. Yeah, in 9 ball, that's all option. That's all okay. As long as you hit the lowest ball first, ball with the lowest number. Hit that also a little bit thicker than he wanted, therefore he drifted off quite a lot. This is a tricky 6-ball down the rail. Nicely done.
Shot.
Not out of the woods yet, because he fell pretty low on this 8-ball. Have to cut it to the side pocket. The 9 is hanging, is waiting there, so that's all fine. But this shot is not easy. Yes, well done. With this 9, Sasu has an early lead. 2 racks to 1.
Nice cut down the rail there on that 6-ball for Sasu. And now leads 2-1, 3-1. I thought it was 3-1 when you said, yeah, it's 3-1.
Yeah, sorry. He has a 2 rack lead, so it's 3-1.
Yes.
That's what I meant.
Perfect.
Yes.
And back to GNADEBERG breaking the balls here. There goes the 2-ball. Is he going to get there? Yes, it is. And no shot on the 1. A kick and stick available or a push out. I like the kick and stick here.
Me too.
It's off the rail a little bit, but should stick. He can stick it.
Watch out for the scratch in the corner with the cue ball. Oh, that's lovely. Perfect.
Executed it well. He can bend this a little bit.
Bended it too much?
Little too much. Caught the rail a little too soon.
So
Or too late, actually. Now, good chance for Carl here. He's going to take a soft approach to it. Take the long pot on the 3 for a... He might as well come back a little bit for the 4. The problem is he's going to be on the rail, so he won't be able to elevate. He'll have to elevate to get back for the 5.
2 times in a row, Carl is not happy with his position. He didn't want to fall straight on the 3, and now overcut it a little bit. And he's going to get close to that side pocket.
He's made a good choice to come around there, and a beautiful shot too. Take the cue ball around the 6-8, 3 rails for position on the 4. On this 5. And look what he's accomplished now.
Yeah.
Oops.
Some great recoveries.
Yep. He's gonna have to recover here. He overran it a little bit. He should be okay.
Yeah, and he will definitely want to come high on the 7. And he fell low on the 7. Meaning after contact with the 7 he will definitely run into the 9. So I guess he will force it a little bit. Force it and play it through the 9 wall.
I think I would have just tried to stop it off the 8, off the 9 there. But now he's left himself a long shot.
Yeah, and that 9 ball even
cue ball.
took. Yeah, that's it. Gotta smash it in if he wants to go 2 rails around. Made it, but how's the pace? It's too short. Yeah, there was a long way around the corners. Now the
Let's
bank
see what he
shot to
does
the
with
bottom
this.
right. He'll take on the bank. Hit it way too full. But played it with such a way that he knew it was going to be safety in mind. So
he's played it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead, Juris.
Yeah, it was definitely a two-way bank, and with the focus mostly on the safety side.
Well, as far as safeties go, it's pretty good because it forces his opponent to bank the ball, but this is a makeable bank. And I think Sasu will take it on. And make it for a 3-game lead now.
Yes, 4-1. This is a winner's qualification, meaning the winner will advance into the last 16. And the loser is not out yet. He's gonna get a second chance at the loser qualification. And the loser will play Lazar Kostic from Slovakia, I guess.
Some good information there for these under 23 players. There was 25 players in this tournament, under 23, so a young crowd for the European Championships. Many of them playing in the men's open, in the men's tournaments. I saw one of who was that I see earlier? Is it Emil Gangflot that's also under 23? And in this?
Yeah.
Gangflot, yeah. Strong player for this division. Felix Vogel should be here too, probably, I'm thinking.
I think he's not
Germany.
playing in this under 23 edition because he really wants to focus now on the men's discipline.
He's part of the German team, so he is moving up to the men. Staying with them, I could fully understand that.
So
top player.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sasu is doing a great job too. He's going to draw the cue ball in between the 7 and the 9. It's to stop. I think he's just there.
There with the angle to go to the 6. Sasu making this look like a runaway. Getting his extension. He'll probably stay on the same side for the 8 ball. I don't think he'll go around for the 8-9 combo.
No, he's going forward with some inside English.
Okay.
Now, this is going to be interesting because he falls high on the 8 ball, meaning he has to calculate the notch with it. A little notch on the 9 would be perfect. He could avoid it. Well, for most of it, you just saw it a little movement, but managed to keep the 9 ball there. And this easy 9 ball takes him to a 5-1 lead. Now that's going to be yeah, well, how do you call that?
It's going to be hard to overcome.
Yeah, it's getting harder and harder. I do think
Well,
that the
he's
balls are not rolling in favor of Carl at the moment. He didn't get a real shot after the break. But yeah, the
no,
momentum is definitely a Sasu.
yeah. It just things are looking good for Sasu here, but Gnadeberg's going to have to find his way to get back in this match. He's not out of it. You know, if he can steal one of Sasu's breaks and then a break and run of his own or a win of his own, gets him 2 games, he closes the gap. So he's got his work cut out. Can't let him extend his lead.
Maybe I would have expected him to take a timeout after, actually just before this rack, but if this is not going into Carl's way, I would definitely advise him to take a timeout. Now, was this intentional? He doesn't
See, now he
tap the table as an excuse. To be honest, I thought he would take the cut shot on. And I think he hit it real first.
nice hit there. You know, Sasu got a good roll there, and Carl made a great hit.
Yeah, absolutely. Still cuts to the side pocket. The 2 ball is hanging over the pocket, so all good news for Sasu now. Gotta watch out with that 4 ball.
He's run into it. Now, can you go rail first on this 2 ball?
To be honest, I don't think so. And maybe he has the edge directly of the 2 ball. That would really help him out. Oh, he's going real first, isn't he?
Yeah, it looks like he can get there with this.
He did.
Good shot there. Now a little. You know, he can get underneath it. 2 rails to go to the 4. Oh, he's going to go straight up. Nice angle to go to the 5. If the 7 goes by the 9, he might be at 6 by the time Carl gets back to the table.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if the 7 passes to the corner. No, I don't think so. I think he has to play the cue ball in this area to shoot the 7 in the left center.
It looks like he has an angle that if it doesn't go by, he can come towards the 7. It doesn't go by, so will he play for the side pocket or come towards it and try to break it? He's trying to play for the side pocket.
Yeah, but that's a horrible shot.
Yeah. He didn't get that ball rolling very well, did he?
No, he didn't.
And that was all in the stroke. That's the kind of shot that the stroke carries the ball and adds speed to it. And there he just had to spin.
The only great thing is that he can see, I think, the edge of the 7. And if he catches the edge, he can also still shoot it in the left side. Or has to go for that. Now I assume he will still attack here. Sending the cue ball all around. Like that.
Oh, he had plenty of edge, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, good try. In fact, he hit too much.
yeah.
Which is it's usually the case when you try to when the thin cuts like that. That's tough. Does he go for the bank here? Does he look for the safety behind the 8 all the way around the table? He goes for the safety behind the 8, and I think he's found it.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice shot by Carl there. The side pocket is a little bit in the way for the 1 rail kick shot. At least if you want to shoot it in the corner.
He's going rail first again. I thought that might be possible. Let's see how if it slides enough.
Oh, wow.
Perfect shot. Beautiful shot.
Nicely done. Yes, Sasu is on fire.
Playing very well. He's given us several good shots. Straight in on the 9, and what a lead he takes now. 6-1. Now this one is getting dangerous. Alternate break format. Hard to overcome. From this point on, it's just a deeper hole for Carl.
I tell you what, George, even though this is a one-way road towards Sasu, HIETAMIES, he is not the fastest because there's already one match finished. Within half an hour of play, a race to 9, Arseni Sevastianov from Finland has won 9-1 to, well, I try Eve Iskulali. So,
Well, I'm glad you're saying those names and I'm not this time.
well, I didn't want to
They are
pronounce
some
the names
hard ones.
because these are the really hard ones also for me. But 9-1 within half an hour, then you gotta really pace them. That's 10 frames in 30 minutes, so that's less than 3 minutes a rack, and that's also included racking time.
I believe that was the pace that I heard Dennis Grabe played at a little while ago on the last match in the loser qualification.
He did. I commented on that match too, and that was about the same time. It took the same time as this, and Dennis was amazingly good, attacking everything, running everything. So I'm very impressed with Arseni, that he also could run so many racks in this short of time. So good for you, Arseni, and I'm gonna follow your results and see how you're doing.
So a fast-paced player. It's always great to see those. They make these games so exciting when it's fast-paced. And I when I see them that fast-paced, I stop and think, all right, was there a lot of runouts involved? Well, it's alternate breaks, so that tells me a lot of games probably went short, to short combos, maybe a golden break here and there. That speeds things up, but it's great to see that.
Absolutely. Well, Carl, can you do something at this moment?
He can do it. He just feels. I saw him glance up one time when he got a little bit of a bad roll from Sasu, where he got he got hooked on a fluke actually, and he kind of looked up like, yes, that's the way things seem to be going. And now he's missed his 3-ball, and I thought he scratched on the ball.
Almost scratched, yeah. Yeah, something in his facial expression says he kind of gave up on this match. Shaking his head again. Yeah. Sitting in his chair.
Judas, at this point when I'm playing, or I tell players, just the way your opponent got to a 6-1, you can come back to a 6-6. If it happened for him, it can happen for you. And look at this. Here comes the rolls that he was thinking he was getting bad ones. There's a good one for him.
Yeah. And there were you
got to stay with it. You got to stay positive, and you got to stay in the match. Did he open enough? Did he get by enough to make this? It looks like it. He's going for it. 8 ball goes by. He can cue comfortably. He's not over the balls. Can follow up 2 rails for the 8. Nicely done. And this young man from Estonia overran his position a little bit. Very makeable shot. These are shots that should be practiced. And he pockets the ball. He's lost 5 games in a row from when he won the last one. But he now trails 6-2. And now he'll be breaking the balls. And how quickly he can get close if he wins this frame. Well, now we're at 6-3. And all of a sudden, things aren't as bad as they seemed. He needs 3 to get even, and his opponent needs 3 to win the set. Nice break. Pockets the 1 in the side. Came down too far for the 2 ball. I thought he was going to have a nice shot on the 2, which would have made this rack much more playable. So he'll go to the jump cue. He did get 3 balls behind, so it's a legal break. Big shot on this 3. Position will be fairly easy on the 4 ball as it hangs over the pocket right next to the 3. And things just got pretty for Carl. Now if he doesn't complete the run out here, he's got no one to blame but himself. There's no rolls involved here. Nice long pot on the 6. Look at the shot on the 7. And it's starting to look like we're going to have the first break and run of this match to close things up, and it looks perfect. Very well played by the young Estonian. And he says, "Here I come. Look out, Sasu." Sasu to break here. Leading 6-3.
Are we going to the 10th rack here, George?
Yes, we are. A nice break and run by Carl. And very pretty, very well done.
Absolutely. So he's now back in the match, 6-3. And if Sasu does not run this, it's going to be 6-4, break around 6-5, and then we got a match already.
Yes. Now there's nothing available here, so the push will be important. Where do you push to? Down to the corner pocket on the right? The 5 balls tied up, so you're not thinking that he went corner pocket to the left. He's going to get behind the 7. Not a good push. He's going to get it back.
Yeah, most definitely.
Oh.
Sasu is going for it.
I'm surprised here.
Well, if he makes it, he's made the right call, but let's see.
Well, the key word you used was if, and the one good thing and positive thing for Sasu out of that shot was that the 2 ball got tied up. Otherwise, Carl has a very nice starting point to close that score even closer.
Yeah, the 8 ball's a little bit in the way. Yeah, that always was a danger. There was a very small edge only available of that short rail. And now the 3 ball is at the other side of the table, and the 6 is kinda in the way too, so.
Yeah, but when you put that kind of in a shot like that, that sure looks pretty.
Absolutely.
And effective.
Yep. Yeah, this cloth, this Simonis cloth is grabbing a lot of speed there.
Well, when it's new, the Simonis cloth, actually most new cloth, it accentuates your draw. It seems to grab it all the way, but your follow coming off the rails seems to die off the rail because it doesn't grab the spin.
Don't want to catch
Corner.
the corner. Oh,
my.
The sweat pockets.
Oh, that might hurt his mental aspect of this game, of this match. He was strongly coming back, and now he's thinking there's no way. Or is he just laughing at the error? And it's not all error. That you know the pocket's there, but to scratch from that angle, it's a small pocket.
Well done, good shot. Has the right angle to go to the right side of the table, just above the side pocket would be perfect. Got a little bit further than I would have wanted. Still has some angle to work with. Just drawing it 2 rails out. Yeah, he's a little bit funny there.
50-yard line.
Drawing it to the right rail to take the scratch out of the way. No. Follow through, but made it. And he punished the scratch from Carl.
And furthermore, he put a stop to his comeback. He had a 2-game comeback there, and now Sasu took advantage of the scratch with the ball in hand and ran the table out. Now leads 7-3, 2 games away from the finish line. And as you mentioned, this is a winner's qualification.
Yeah, so it's still an option to come back later if you don't manage to win this match. And that match, the losers qualification match, which will be played against Lazar Kostic, is tomorrow morning, 10:45 local time. And a good safety.
Nice. Very effective safety. He only has a one rail escape, unless he twists the ball. But I think the one rail escape is no. He's going to go for the twist.
Well, I don't like the noise count.
Yeah, no, I like this.
Hit it firm. Love it.
Oh,
Full on the
it is
nose.
full.
But not the result he wanted. This is still a chance here for Sasu. And with no side, the natural route will go towards the 6 ball.
So he'll be looking to play the 2 ball on the long pot, and he is.
Yes, yes. Got a little bit unlucky here because he's hampered by the 6 ball, and he needs to play this with a lot of jack top. And this is a tough shot. Well done. Nice shot. Didn't need to do more than he did right now. And I gotta stay at the right side of the table. Just next to the 8 ball would be a nice position. So one rail back to the right side of the 8. Gotta stop. Yes, that's fine. That rail did a little braking, the speed work for him.
Yeah, it kept him on the correct side of the ball so that he doesn't have to be in danger of getting behind the 7.
All looking good.
And now,
yeah, 5 more balls to get on the hill. I would love, and most probably Sasu too, to stay on the left side. To swing it around three rails, but he chose to go straight on the 6. It's going to be a powerful draw shot here. All the way back. Draw it directly. Runs in the 8 and the 9. Bad news.
That all stems from getting straight in on the 6 ball. Straight in. The only ball you want to be straight in on is the 9 ball. The rest, just with a little angle, works wonders. 2 rail kick to the corner pocket and position on the 8 if you can hit it. You can smooth this in. I wouldn't hit it very hard. Just like that. It's not going to work, but that was the way to shoot it.
So a little let off by Sasu here in this 11th rack. And Carl will definitely be happy to pick up the pieces.
I don't know if I mentioned it, but they're Fargo scores, which we use a lot of that here in the United States, and it's growing a little bit in Europe. Carl with a 729 Fargo and Sasu with a 683. So they're not too far apart.
Yeah, and a 683 for Sasu sounds a little low to me. Of course, Fargo rating is based on the results that from the international tournaments. I don't think Sasu has a lot of them.
Correct. I was going to mention that just it's based on data. It's based on wins and losses. And I believe the algorithm that they use also can be exaggerated or not exaggerated, but depending on who you play, there's more value to the win or loss and the score against the players. So his data might be lacking.
And in the meantime, in Europe we have a similar system now developed by qscore.com. and we can see that that system is used more and more often.
I haven't heard of that. I'd like to get into that, get a little more information on that.
Yeah, it's more a rating, of course, Fargo rating. So you've got ranking scores, and quite new is the rating system in Q-Score.
Well, you made me think of something there, so I checked it real quick. The data so far for both players, Carl has 6,246 games in the system, where Sasu only has 1,369 games in the system. But that should be a pretty fair estimate about where he plays. As he's getting better and more seasoned, that number will go up. So it's low for where he's playing now.
Yeah, most definitely. And if you ask me, so many games also says that it's data from many years. And for these young players, if you take a look for like the last 4 or 5 years, 5 years ago, Carl was 12 years old. So the end score, the outcome of the rating is a little deceiving. But at the end, it's great to have a rating system now here in Europe.
It works good. It's good to have something that you can kind of get an idea of how a player plays and the range they play at. And that's what these ratings mean to me. I would never use the rating to handicap games or tournaments. They do in the United States quite a bit. And it really limits the availability of tournaments to the better players.
Yeah, absolutely. We are no fan of that. The only thing that we say that the rating can be used to is if you are working with seeded players, like you want to seed the top 4 players in your tournament, then the rating system could be a useful tool to determine which player these are. But that's the only thing we want to use the tool for.
I totally agree with that, Judas, because the way it is out here, that the better players are kind of left out because everything is limited. For instance, it's 600 or under, 650 or under, 500 or under, and if you're a 700 rated players, unless you're playing with pros, you can't find any tournaments to play in your area.
It's even tempting to lose on purpose just to lower your Fargo ratings. So that's not a good thing for your system, I believe. In the meantime, Sasu did miss it. And Carl is back at the table. I think cut shot.
He'll go for the cut shot. I think he will. Definitely. Undercut it. It's going to cost him, maybe. No, he's left the same type of shot.
And I think I would have taken the cut shot on the 6 to the corner, but with no side at all. No right side, just plain ball. He's drawing it at the bottom right. You see that? He's going to spin this in. I don't like that.
He doesn't like it either. Yeah, I didn't like Go.
No, I don't like it because this was always in. If you had it even thicker, you would never have a position. And if you had it real thin, then it's going to be really hard to find to be straight on the 9. So I would always play it with plain ball. How about you, George?
I liked your suggestion there. Definitely, just straight, just over center, and take the 4 rail position shot. Look good. Yeah, the English on that ball is what spun it in. Plus, he hit it thick, so it really had no future.
In the meantime, indeed, George, we just saw Dennis Lasowski taking the break of Indira 10th rack. He's leading 6-3 against Alexandre Florido from Portugal. And Carl has a dry break. But fortunately for him, not an easy starter on the one ball. Now, if you want to go aggressive, you could take the bank towards the right side bottom pocket and screw into the 2-ball. You could make the 2-ball 2, and the 3 is hanging there. So that could be a 2-way shot. He might be looking at it right now. And to be honest, I fancy to make the 2-ball. This is a bit too aggressive for him, I think. Going for safety. Bumped
Well, he was trying to get behind those balls.
Yeah.
Would you consider playing the 2-ball?
Not from this.
Opposite with the cue ball? Not for this?
I would. No, not now. There's the cue ball going. Ooh. Another scratch there.
Well, that's not going to bode well. I mean, he's close. He's not out of this match at all. He's close. It's 7-5. He's only 2 games down. If he buckles down and grinds it out, he can find success. He plays good enough for it. That's for darn sure. He has the. He's got the game for it. He just feels he's having a bad outing.
Now, Sasu is going for the run out, and to be honest, the way the balls were lying, I wouldn't have. I would have understood if he went for a free foul. The 1 ball was down up there with the 2 and the 4, so he could easily leave the cue ball there and send the object ball, the 1 ball, towards these 5 balls. That would be a real jail shot. You'll never get it out.
Jelly shot?
Jelly shot, yes, that word.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, well, he would have put him in jail with that shot.
Yeah.
And on 2 fouls, because it's a lot of work. I'm not quite sure if he will run this out, because he needs to open up the 9 and the 7, and there's not a safety ball available after it. So it's going to be a tough run out, and to be honest, the free foul would have, I think, 70-80% successful.
Okay. See, I like the run out here. He can go 2 rails to the left side here, catch the rail, and get almost just above the 5. And now he can break out those balls with a little bit of draw here. He'll get on the 6. See, it looks like, if he can nibble the 9 ball, yes, he can. With a good draw shot here, he'll hit the 8, the 9, and slide up for the 6 and send the 7 ball to the corner pocket. I like his shot here. He's ended up just right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like that. Get out of the way, 8 ball. Oh, that's unlucky. That is unlucky.
Yeah.
But the shot was there. I was looking at that when he was lining up on the, what was it, the ball before the 5, the 4.
Yeah, absolutely. There's always. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
You know, just if he got right on the 5, the run was there.
Yeah, there was a chance, absolutely. Now is he going to send the 8 ball, the 7 ball, 3 rails around for a snooker? Just play a stop
he
shot?
He might be able to. It looks like he is. Either that or bank the 7, but I think he's going to play it 3 rails and stop it. I would. It's the easiest shot.
Yeah, exactly like that.
It's going to go. Oh, it's not. He's perfect. Yeah, it laid perfect for that. For a moment, I thought he might have a shot to cut the 7 in.
To cut it in, yeah.
This is a makeable shot. It's going to take a little bit of spin here, maybe a 1.5 tips to 2 tips of English.
just
And he used
a
a
little
little
bit
too much. Now, does he have to go to short rail position, or can he make the 8-ball from the inside of it there? Just follow a little. Don't know how much room he has between the 8 and the 9. Looks like he can. Yes, he can. Actually, he can just draw this ball and play the 9-ball over towards the pocket.
Yeah, that's well judged.
Yeah, good job by Sasu. HIETAMIES.
Yes, Sasu HIETAMIES. I had to look it up because my Finnish is quite poor. To be honest, I don't speak any word of Finnish. But I wanted to know, how do you pronounce that? So I used Google to determine it. And Google said you pronounce it as HIETAMIES. So I hope
HIETAMIES. Okay.
HIETAMIES. So
yeah,
I'm gonna rely on Google on this one.
it's good to know that you can use Google. I just try to sound them out all the time because I don't speak any of the languages over there except for Spanish. English and Spanish is I'm limited there. And some of the Polish names get me with, I'm not sure if it's Czech or the Z's and the Y's. So it's tough.
Yeah,
it can be tough.
Absolutely. And to be honest, the first time I saw the name of Konrad Chichichin, I really was struggling in how on earth am I going to be able to pronounce it. But once you find the rhythm of the tongue, Konrad Chichichin, then you're gonna be there. But it's quite challenging indeed.
One of the things I like being on site when I'm doing commentary, because I always come up to the players and ask them how to pronounce their name. So you get Konrad Jushushin, Aloysius Yap.
Aloysius Yap. Yeah.
A lot of people think it's Aloysius, and it's just Aloysius. Is the way he told me to pronounce it. So it makes a big difference. I like being there because the players can tell you just how they like their name pronounced and the proper way to pronounce it. And
all right, Carl is gotta stay close. Gonna get close to the 6-ball, I guess. Very close.
And he's perfect to get on. Perfect to get on the 7-ball here. Did he come over enough?
I think he just did. Oh, apparently not. He's complaining at it.
He's not happy to begin. Yeah, he's
no.
not happy to begin with. I think he's going to make it. It looks like he has enough from the angle we just viewed it from.
And if it's really close, he could use quite some left spin to open up the angle. He's not doing that. He's playing it firm. No, he's going for safety.
Yeah, he didn't take any chances. I think it was a gamble to try to cut it in, so he chose wisely.
Absolutely, there was a major call to not taking it on. So that's good for Carl. Again, the side pocket is in the way for the kick shot from the right. So gotta make a choice. Looks like he can see the edge of the 7.
I kind of like kicking from the left side to try to catch the middle diamond right there on the short rail and try to make it in the corner and spin the cue ball up to the top of the table.
Yeah, I think he's going for the thin hit on the 7. You can see it directly. Send the cue ball back up.
Yeah.
Oh, you could see a lot. Could he fluke the 8 in the side? Oh, almost.
No. But one good shot by Carl here, and he can close this game out and only be 2 games behind. A very doable comeback. Why would he apologize for that? I would never apologize for that shot.
Yeah, you see that happen a lot. Like, oh, I played that very poor, and oh, I'm so lucky it still fell. That's the approach of that excuse. But I agree with you. You don't need to.
No, you're playing the ball in the pocket. Did it wobble a little bit? Did it wipe its feet? Okay, but it went in. Now at 8-6, and he's breaking. This could be a good comeback here if Carl gets his mind on the game. Meanwhile, as you mentioned, these 2 players still going at it. Lascauci Dennis and Alexandre Florido from Portugal or Portugal. Again, he's got to just he's going to try to spin it off the bottom rail. Kick it like a kick almost.
Ball. Yeah, the cue ball towards the 7. That was his objective. And didn't even get close, and therefore sold out in position. Now, what a chance for Sasu to win and close this match. The only thing is, after the 1 ball, he needs to find a route, a few on the 3 ball. And I'll be happy just to see the ball full. I'll be good.
He's got a jump shot.
Yeah, and he didn't find that spot.
That was actually a delicate draw shot, because if he goes too far, he's behind the 7. In a position like that, you want to cheat the pocket and slide up the rail.
Yeah, so to be honest, he could have stayed close to the corner pocket he's aiming over now, because and leave himself a very long 3 ball. Well, that's a nice jump shot.
Yeah,
well played.
Left the window there.
Yeah. That should be the winner of this match, isn't it?
Yes, it should. If he closes this out, it's a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And here it comes up for the 7 ball. Come up by the side pocket with the cue ball. Now it's
all good now. Nothing to do anymore.
all good now.
So Sasu HIETAMIES from Finland. He's one of the 3 Finnish people who are still in there from the winners qualification side.
What a tournament we've had here in Estonia. They've played 14-1. They've played 10 ball. They've played 8 ball. And he's got himself a tough little 9 ball to move into the single elimination round.
Last 16 European Championships, and there it is. Sasu HIETAMIES goes on, and GNADEBERG has to continue at the losers round. Congratulations, Sasu.